Hello everybody, Shazamon519 here. Only one hand today because we have some stuff to talk about. Lilith Games' new Spark system. Now, I'm going to spend a quick minute here talking about what the new Spark system is and blah 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 blah. Difference between Spark and Pity, just so that we all on the same page. Skip ahead like a minute and a half or something, right? If you already know what all this is about, spare like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and I'll see you guys then. Now, quickly for people who don't know, what's the difference between a Spark and a Pity? A Pity is guaranteeing a certain rarity unit. So, for example, what we have right now, where every 120 summons we get a guaranteed 5-star, is a Pity. However, a Spark is what is referred to when somebody is like, when a game is like, after 300 summons, you get a guaranteed copy of the new unit. Or, after 300 summons, you get to pick any of these units that you get for free, including the new unit. A little example of that, Regalia has a Spark system, like I just said, where every 30 multis you've done or every 300 summons, you get to pick between an X amount of characters or dragons for free, right? You get to pick one of them. And the new character is always included in that. Therefore, it's a Spark. However, if you make the same system and you remove the new unit from that selection pool, it would instead actually be called a Pity. A good idea for that would also be for people who play Dokkan. Dokkan is a Pity system because the new unit is not in the red coin pool when you when the banner comes out, right? The new unit gets added on its second or third reappearance. Therefore, it's a Pity and not a Spark. Now that we have that out of the way, let's get right quickly into what is currently Ollie's Spark looking like. Now, they added a Spark for Ollie and it's absolutely horrendous. After 350 pulls of not pulling Ollie, right? After 350 pulls, every 50 pulls you do, his chance to be obtained increases by like 10%. Right? Now, I assume this is his chance to be, when you pull a Sparky, when you pull a 5-star, for it to be hit. So, you would start out, obviously he would have a 2% chance at base. If you pull a Sparky, it has a 2% chance to actually be him. Or no, sorry. You have a 2% chance to pull Ollie, right? Because every other Sparking is like a 1% chance. Then it goes up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 for every 50. And then finally, after 850 summons, you get him guaranteed. Now, yes, this sounds absolutely ridiculous. I promise you, it is. The community is in uproar about this, but I think there is hope at the end of the tunnel. Can I just duplicate? Oh, I think there is hope, light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm going to be explaining to you guys why. So, right now, I'm going to be talking to you guys about why I think this will get fixed and we will get something, and what I think the two potential outcomes will be. Afterwards, we're going to take a look at the Discord in the game suggestion chat and see what you guys think about this. Make sure to check out the Discord, the official Lilith, the official Dislyte Discord, because the devs actually properly look in there in the suggestion chat what people think, and you can vote up on suggestions, meaning that even if you are not able to word your suggestion properly, if you vote up other people's suggestions with the same idea, the devs will know, hey, look, a lot of people agree with this, so make sure to go and do that. Now, let's quickly go over why I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. Basically, with the last patch, patch 3.0.1, we have had basically confirmation that the devs hear our feedback, listen to our feedback, and actually make choices according to our feedback. We've seen this with Yasuya, her ripples going from 20 slots to 30 slots. We've seen it with some balance changes. We've seen this with them, changing the prices of selling specific relics. All this kind of stuff. They are listening, right? That patch had me extremely hyped up because devs that listen are very nice to have in the gacha. Now, the only thing I wish is that they also communicated a bit better with us. Communication is very much key, and I would like to hear more from the devs directly. Oh. But sadly enough, we don't have that yet. Hopefully one day, though. Now, we know that they listen to us, so I think that we can have faith that they're hearing this backlash. The backlash for this was huge. The backlash for this is bigger, in my opinion at least, than the backlash for the Ripple system, specifically from Sua. And I am talking specifically about the actual proper feedback about the Ripple system, not just people going, I cannot get Sua because it goes too fast and I cannot click fast enough. Like, that's not feedback. You're not telling them what you want them to change. You're just simply complaining that you aren't able to get what you want about a system that you cannot enjoy. I'm specifically talking about the feedback that was sent of people being like, yo, this sucks, this is how it could be done better, or this specific thing about it sucks, not just entirety of Ripple. So I think that the current backlash will definitely get up their attention. Now, there's two ways this can end. Way one, in 2 days from now, they managed to fix this. They changed the Spark system. After 300 polls, you get a guaranteed ollie. Congratulations, you did it. Right? Or what can happen is that they simply don't have the time to change this. Remember, they only revealed this system like 2 days ago. That means they had 4 days to change this system. And this 4 days includes looking at the feedback and registering it, coming to the actual conclusion that it needs to be changed, thinking of a system that could that could be better, which I think, to be honest, the 350 pity is already way better, and they know that. But they would actually have to get to an executive decision that they need to change that, and then actually implementing it. So I do think the second option, which is the worst one, is that they want to change the Spark system, but they aren't able to implement it in time. Now, if this happens, I hope sincerely that they will just send out a message to us, the community, not the content creators, the community as a whole, saying like, look, we understand that the current way this is not desirable by its players, and we will be changing it for the next banner. Sadly enough, we didn't have enough time to change it for this banner. We would still be mad, rightfully mad and annoyed that Ollie's Spark is so terrible, but at least we know that in the upcoming banners, it'll be better. Right? At least we know that. So those are the two scenarios I see happening. I do not see them not wanting to change Spark at all. No way, right? From what I've been hearing from Lilith staff, Lilith moderators, managers, you know, I've been talking to some of these people, and I've been seeing what they've been saying to other content creators as well. And from what I'm seeing, Lilith seems to really take this feedback to heart. At least the Dislyte team, because apparently, according to them, other Lilith Games devs also take this to heart, so we can only assume that Dislyte will do the same. So I think that we'll be fine, right? I think that this will all be a-okay at the end of the day. However, that does not mean that we as the community should stop voicing our opinion. It is very, very important that we communicate our opinion. Even if you were like, I think 850 summons is actually very fair to get guaranteed Ollie, because at 600 you have like a 50% chance. That's very high chance, you know. I disagree with that opinion entirely. However, I do think it is important that if you have an opinion that you get to state it, or at least have the opportunity to upvote and downvote other people's opinions, so that the devs can have a pretty good idea of what we as a community think. Therefore, I recommend to join the official Discord in the description down below. Now, before we get into what the community thinks by pulling up the Discord and actually looking at the game suggestion, if you guys are enjoying this, make sure to subscribe for more Dislyte content and like the video. I really appreciate it. Leave down, and I would very much like to know what your guys' thoughts are on the current Spark system, the current Spark system, and how you guys would improve it, right? Maybe your answer is just the good old lower it to 300, or maybe you think the current system is good. I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are in the comments section down below. Now, that is out of the way, I had to put it in the middle of the video because according to my friends, fellow content creators, and the YouTube analytics system, saying that stuff at the end of the video does nothing. So yeah. Let's go over in here. Now, first thing I want to say, nobody in this chat uses the word Spark. Okay, let's just get that out of the way before people are like, why are you looking up comments with pity and not comments with Spark? I've tried. Trust me. Okay. let's look up pity. So we have a lot of people here rightfully annoyed. Here we have hypothetical XY chromosome, and they are saying that they are a veteran Epic 7 player. They basically made a post saying about this banner pity was horrible, that they actually were advocating in their guild for people in their Epic 7 guild, I assume, to go play Dislyte because he actually is enjoying it. He's recommending it to their friends. And now that the like current Spark system has been revealed, he's basically become a laughingstock. Obviously, I don't think an actual laughingstock, right? I feel like that might be a bit oversaturated, but still, he kind of became the joke of the guild, I assume, for like a couple of days. Which is once again to show how much this turns off players from even joining the game of Dislyte. Think about that. People who were actually interested might have already actually installed the game. But because somebody in a different gacha game guild was like, hey, you guys should check this out. I'm sure these people have now left already and aren't even going to give this game a chance again. Right? Because of this system. Now, next up, I said it yesterday, put an actual pity system in upcoming 5-star, including Ollie in his 31st. Even if someone is willing to spend money, pity systems are the standard in gacha game. Make sure you at least get what you're looking for. Seeing gold records, the cost of the game is, I'd say 90 to 100 pulls for pity on a new banner may be fine. I've been seeing a lot of feedback on the pity system, where people are saying that 120 summons for pity is way too much, and it should be lowered down to like, I don't know, 90 or 100. I can get behind this. I 100% agree. I cannot upvote this comment because I still don't know if they're talking about Spark or Pity. I would like to believe Pity because if they are talking about Spark, that's ridiculous, but I'm still not sure. But yeah, another comment here which basically says the same that was posted a bit earlier, I agree with. Decrease the Pity to 100 instead of 120 and add separate banner for featured units. Also increase rate up at least 30 to 50 from 30 to at least 30 to 50%. I agree. However, I don't agree with the separate banner for featured units. I don't think that is good. I think that the current way where they only have one banner live at a time is actually fine. Because carrying over pity is one of the strongest things a gacha can do. Carrying over pity fixes a lot of issues that people have, right? Because a lot of people don't like saving for like half a year to get the unit. Like some people in Dokkan who summon like 5 times a year max, right? A lot of people don't like doing that, but they also, you know, actually like pulling the unit. So carrying over your pity is actually a really powerful way to actually get both sides to still be happy, right? Both sides will still be happy in that case. People who want to skip and save up can still skip and save up, and people who like to summon actually can still, you know, summon and not feel too bad about it. Now, okay, next up, we have here Purple Platypus. I think Ollie's pity should be changed to be more reasonable, as many have stated above. To me, this change feels like we're sitting in a room and letting people know it's too small, and they put a mirror on the wall and said, look how big the room looks now. Interesting metaphor or analogy. It looks like they listened and did something, but nothing actually changed for anyone in a practical way. Yes, I full on agree with this. They added something, but nothing actually changed. Nothing actually became different, right? It's the exact same thing as it used to be. Because even for like whales, it doesn't make that much of a difference. Even for whales, this is barely any difference. This is insane. If you're banking on people considering spending their heart... Okay, so this is one of those posts where it's like, you know, it's calling it pay to win packs, you know... this game has too much potential all to be messing about. Why would anyone use the hard-earned money on this? You are comparing against games like Genshin. Yuck. Genshin. I play Genshin, by the way. I have fun on that. But, like, some of their systems are really bad. Especially their year anniversary. But anyway, which is beyond generous, and I still see a lot of people dropping hard cash on it. CRK. I don't know what CRK is, but let's go. And many other gachas. Why would anyone drop $50 on Dislyte when they could drop it on popular gachas? Why would anyone drop money on gachas where you could just buy real games instead? But yeah, okay, fair enough. Please, oh my god, make Ollie be 100%, 120, keep it. No. No. I can't. I would love... Okay, let me get this straight. I would love for it to be one free Ollie if you get to like 120. Trust me, I really would. I would absolutely adore it, right? But I cannot see any gacha game making their pity and spark rate the same thing. I can't. It just doesn't happen, right? Now, if they want to be the first of any game that I know to do it, right? Where the first pity you hit gives you a guaranteed new unit. And after that, it's just RNG until death. I'll get behind that. I'm 100% for it. I'll advocate for that. I just don't see it actually ever happening. But if they do it, then Dislyte might low-key become one of the best gachas to date with its summoning system. It might be one of the first gachas, in my opinion, that beats Dragalia's summon system. Not by a lot, but it would, which would be kind of insane. Next up, we have increase the odds of getting in by 50% like it already is, and add more reasonable pity like 250 to 300 rolls to keep it fair to free to play. Yes. Or at least more fair than whatever the heck this pity idea is. Even Epic 7 has fair rates than this, yes. Here is the thing, right? The game already has a 1% chance for it to pull like Sparkings. I mean, to pull like 5 stars. That's ridiculous. Alright? 1% is horrendous. Other gacha games that do it have like better pities than this. Let's take Genshin, for example, right? Genshin has terrible rates. However, right, it has terrible rates, but you get a guaranteed 4-star every single multi you do. This game doesn't do that. 4 stars are not guaranteed. You can go until pity and not see a 4-star. I have had people who went 100 summons deep and maybe had 2 4-stars. I have seen it firsthand, right? So this game, sure, you might say, well, Genshin has bad rates like that. Yeah, and Genshin also has a guaranteed 4-star every multi. Better pity. Once again, I've said this in previous stuff, but I'll say it again. Your amount of dupes and how good your pity is decides how bad your spark can be, and us still accept it, right? That's the thing. If you only need 1 copy of a unit and then you're done, dupes do nothing, obviously your spark could be horrendous, right? That's fine. It's still not a 850, but if it was like 500 for a spark, but you only need 1 copy and that's the end of it, right? I could get behind that, right? I still wouldn't like it, but I could get behind that. It wouldn't be as good as Dragalia, but I could get behind it. If you have like a 10% chance to get a 5-star every single multi, right? Like Dokkan's race, like a 10% chance to get an SSR, right? And your pity was like, your spark was like 500. I could get behind that, especially with the double drop chance for it to be Ollie, right? I could honestly get behind that. However, this game has none of those. It is just straight up a screw you. So let's do that. Let's see. Thinking even Genshin Impact is a more obtainable pity system, even for free-to-play players. Yes. Now I know some people will make the argument, well, even if you make it 300, there's no way us free-to-play players could have ever gotten enough summon currency, because if we didn't summon a little bit beforehand, we wouldn't have had the units to get some of these summon currency that we have now. And even if we did save and we missed out on some of those, it would still not be 300. I agree. I think 300 is great for free-to-play, just not for this first banner. But I think in the grand image, it's really good. A new proposal, Ollie banner, is absurd. Most successful gachas, big capitals, and unsuccessful gachas have a pity of 120 to 300. Agreed. You think... Yeah, no, I will... Dude, there is no excuse. Lilith Games has had multiple gachas under the belt. Even if the Dislyte team is a brand new team with no seniors or anything like that in the field of Lilith Games, right? Which I doubt, but let's say that's the case. They would still have to have done some research on Lilith Games' previous products, you know, previous gacha games, to know like how to handle this in certain degrees. I don't know who was allowed. I don't know which executive or higher up was like, yeah, 800, 850 is good. But they should never be allowed to make a choice again, period. They would need to go through a full retrain, like course of like being retrained on how to do this stuff. Because this isn't like 600 or 550 where I'm like, that's bad, but we can fix it. This is just straight up taking the piss out of your players. You're taking the piss. You cannot tell me with a straight face that you suggested this and this was like a fair assessment. You thought this was a good way to do it. No, you're taking the piss, right? Either whoever suggested this and never played and whoever agreed to this never played a gacha game before in their life. No, that's it. That's it. They've never played any of these games. They don't play games themselves. They are just standing there making decisions. They don't play video games in gacha. They don't play gachas. No gacha player would say this is okay. Even big whales wouldn't tell you this is okay. Sure, some big whales would still go for the pity, but they would, like for the spark, but they would still not say it's okay. No way. Absolutely disgraceful. How is 10% after 50 spins supposed to fix Ollie's problem? It literally only caters to whales, and I'm not sure if it's final, but if this is your plan, then a lot of people are going to stop playing or spending money if this is outrageous. There are many other suggestions people have made for the pity system, so can you please change it? Agreed. Nothing different to say about it. That's just a very blank, but I mean a very straightforward, honest opinion. 85 multi-gated characters, the worst pity system I've ever heard of. But yeah, the list goes on. People are not happy. The community is not happy. And I have faith in Lilith Games that they're going to listen to our feedback. I have faith in them. That we will fix this problem. That they will fix this problem for us. I have 100% faith. However, if the sparking doesn't fix itself, I don't know what to do to end up with anymore. Because then we have patch 3.0.1, which was clear proof that they listened to our feedback, actually go through it and do stuff about it, and listen to us as the community. Good dev. And then we would have them on this end not doing anything about this terrible sparking rate after everybody and their grandmother complained about it. Even people who do not play Dislyte but hear about it from other people, from through other gacha games, are laughing at Dislyte because of this. We would have two sides of amazing dev side and a what the hell are you guys doing dev side. We already have the what the hell are you guys doing dev side, by the way, because that 800 to 850 pity is just terrible. And whoever let that through is insane. However, I still have faith that this will be fixed, right? Again, devs are allowed to make as many fuck-ups as they want on the test build. I don't care. They can make like a million, a billion, a trillion mess-ups. I don't care. They could have made this spark 1,000 pulls, right? Or they could have maybe made it that you get like a new summon currency, and only that summon currency could like make you let you pull Ollie. And the only way to get them is during the event. Absolutely terrible ideas, right? I think that's fine. However, what's important is that they listen to our feedback and either respond to us why they make the current choices that they do if they don't listen to us, and if they do listen to us, that they also communicate that with us. That's the important thing. Mess ups are fine as long as you listen to the player feedback. And whether you agree with the player feedback or not, it's a different cookie, whole different story, but at least communicate it to us. Those are my overall thoughts. Once again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Join the official Discord and post your own thoughts about this here, because they really listen to our feedback. I want to thank everybody for joining on in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.